What's up, everybody? You think this is Wake Up Warchant, but it's not. It's Corey and I doing instant analysis, instant reaction. Florida State defensive end Jermaine Johnson drafted on the first night of the 2022 NFL Draft, 26th overall to the New York Jets, maybe a little later than we had anticipated. But our guy becomes the 46th Florida State Seminole to be a first-round draft pick, Corey Clark. Thoughts, instant analysis, reaction, friend. But first, thumbs up, everybody.
To me, or just, hit that like button. Smash that like button, folks, like Jermaine Johnson smashes quarterbacks. I think we all thought it would be around 10-ish that he would get drafted. That's what we were all told by the experts. Are we going to keep believing these people, folks? That's all I'm saying. I mean, that was crazy. He was Mel Kiper's best available for about an hour and a half on Thursday night with the draft. But, look, the good news is he was a first-round pick. It's guaranteed money. A lot of money. He is a millionaire as we speak. He made himself a lot of money. And what's cool about it is the Jermaine Johnson story is a kid betting on himself, leaving a great program, one that would go on to win the national championship with some pretty good defensive players, going to a school that's struggling, but believing in himself enough to go take that chance, hoping that he could raise his draft stock, and he raises it to a first-round pick. He became a multi-millionaire on Thursday night with just simply his name being called. I think it was probably about 12 or 14 spots-ish later than he thought. In fact, after the draft, after he was drafted, he said the Jets had told him they were going to take him, and they picked at 10th. Picked at 10, and they didn't take him. So he might have wondered there. But they came back and got him at 26, and the Jets look like on paper they had a really good draft. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But overall, man, I feel like there's probably I don't know. How do you frame it when you're a first round pick and you just became a multimillionaire, but you hope to be drafted higher? Is it a disappointment? He's in Vegas on a Thursday night as a first round draft pick. I feel like it's a great night in the life of Jermaine Johnson, right?
Oh, yeah. It was disappointing for that hour and a half where he was the best available on Mel Kiper's board, but it's instantly washed away. It's waiting for that job to call you back, and you're just nerve-wracked all day, and then finally you get the phone call. You got the job. You fulfilled your dream. I mean, it's the American dream, man. If you look at your screen, I know this is also part of our podcast for Friday morning, but he was a 4-star coming out of Independence, that JUCO. But even before that, they mentioned on the telecast, we've heard it from him. He had no offers coming out of high school, didn't have the grades to go to an FBS Division I program. Figures things out, goes to JUCO, works his rear end off, goes to Georgia as part of some success there. And then, as Corey, you said, man, bets on himself, comes to Florida State. And now he's a first-round pick, man, the 46th in Florida State history. It's incredible, man. Great for him. Although, what was up with the draft day outfit? The yellow.
You didn't like it? You weren't a fan of it?
Somebody in the group chat said it looks like he works for Spirit Airlines.
Okay, well, look, man, he was
maybe
doing
NIL.
what he had to do. Yeah.
Maybe he's working some NIL on the next level. All right, so I don't know. We really can't say why he dropped to 26. So if you're a Jets fan looking for some analysis on that, probably can't help you all that much. Maybe how he matched up against NC State's offensive tackle who went in the high end of the first round, maybe gave some folks a little bit of pause. But just how good is Jermaine, man? He's it, right? I mean, in terms of pass rusher in this day and age, getting after the quarterback, affecting the pocket. I mean, he's the goods, right?
Well, but it's not just that, right? Like, yeah, he led the ACC in sacks. He was one of the Power 5 leaders in sacks. He might have led Power 5 in sacks. It was really close. He was the ACC Player of the Year. But he's not just he's not one-trick pony, right? Like, he played the run really well too. He's not the biggest defensive end in the world, but he played the run really well. And I think the world of that kid as a player because what he has is he's got talent, he's got length, but he's got a motor. And that's something you can't really teach. You either have or you don't. And what I think I was most impressed by with Jermaine Johnson in 2021 was that motor. It never stopped. Even when he was on an 0-4 football team to start the season, even when they were down late in games, that motor never stopped. And when you couple that with the talent he already has, I feel like that's a great combination. And yeah, I think it's a sure thing this kid plays a decade in the league. Again, that's my opinion. I would be stunned if this kid is not playing football when he's 30 years old in the NFL. He has everything you'd want. He has size, he has strength, and he has that mindset that he's not going to be one of these guys that gets his money and is just happy with it. In fact, being drafted 26th might put a huge chip on his shoulder, right? because he thinks he should have been drafted higher. So not only do you get a kid that always plays hard, always busts his butt, and that's not just in games, that's in practice according to teammates and coaches, but has real ability. He's quick twitch for that size. He's long. He's physical. He's just everything you'd kind of want in a defensive end. We'll see how it translates at the next level in that scheme. But man, I think the Jets hit a home run there at 26. Man, I don't know that you could get more value at 26 than that. And I think the thing that's cool about Jermaine, man, and I don't know if people were concerned that he went to JUCO and then transferred from Georgia. I don't know what concerns would be about Jermaine Johnson. All I know is Florida State coaches could not say enough good things about him. And look, yes, of course, on record they're not gonna dog one of their players to a media member. Off the record, though, when literally they say, "Look, this is off the record. We're not talking about it." Everything, like, this isn't for public consumption. Everything they said was positive. Yeah, well, I won't say what was said because it was off record. But everything was overwhelmingly positive. Yeah. Not just what a kid he was, what kind of player he was, but the student he was and the teammate he was. Everything they said about the kid was positive from the minute he got on campus.
Got a clean bill of health too. Usually when these sort of things happen, there's either like a serious character concern or there's injury concerns, and he's durable. And, you know, I saw a Walter Camp report or Walter Football report maybe about character flaws. But again, man, the staff had nothing but good things to say about him. His teammates had nothing but great things to say about him. He was a leader. He put some spirit into a downtrodden defensive unit from 2020 to 2021. The leaps they made in Tallahassee and Florida State is really impressive. So they got themselves a good one, man. Yeah, shout out to my guy too. Mercedes Mike, big time Jets fan. So they got a good one there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they got the Gardner kid right with the fourth pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they had a really nice. Right? Yeah, they had a really nice first round. Not that this is we're talking about the Jets here necessarily, but look, what I think is really cool, and that was a good point. There might be some Jets fans watching this. Jermaine Johnson in 1 year became I would say, man, one of the all-time fan favorites. This fan base has been so starved for a player like this, and for a player like this that they feel like is one of them. And if you noticed, Aslan, when he's walking to the podium, his whole crew behind him, I say his crew, his family and friends that are behind him, that are excited for him, are all doing the chop as he's walking towards the podium. This is not a guy. I mean, he became a Florida State guy in 1 year. He became beloved by the fan base, and I think he loved Florida State. Like, he fell in love with this place, and so that's what makes it even cooler, man. This didn't feel like I know it ended up being a 1 year, just a 1 year spot for him at Florida State. It wasn't just like a mercenary job here, right? Where he's like, I'm going there, I'm going to get my own. I don't really care if we win. I want to raise my stock, and hopefully we have hopefully we have a nice season, but I don't care either way. I just want to raise my stock so I can go get paid. This was not that. Now, he did raise his stock and he is getting paid, as we talked about, but man, as you see right there with them doing the chop, that's really cool, man. But he became a Florida State Seminole. He wasn't a rental. I know it was 1 year, but he doesn't feel like a rental, does he? He's a guy that's going to say Florida State proudly for the rest of his NFL career, and that resonates with Florida State fans because he became a fan favorite, but number one, by how good he was, number two, how hard he played, and then number three, how we talked about Florida State every time he was asked about it.
It's just a really weird draft too, man. And to your point, I mean, I don't know about 10 years. I thought Rashad Green was going to play 10 years too.
Sure.
That didn't work out. But just a really weird draft, man, in terms of Trayvon Walker coming out of nowhere almost and becoming the first overall pick, and then Aiden Hutchinson falls to second overall. There's a lot of pass rushers, edge rushers that went ahead of Jermaine, so it's going to be kind of cool to be able to follow those kind of career arcs and see who got the best value, if you will. Because I don't think anybody's a slam dunk that really got drafted in the top end of the draft this season. But, man, Jermaine going 26, that's just, man, what a value pick. Not to be that guy, but that's just what it kind of strikes me as.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. And again, great for him. Great for Norvell that he flew all the way to Vegas, and the kid actually was drafted on Thursday night. That would have been something, a holdover that he had to stay till Friday. It was getting dicey there for a second, but yeah, man, I just think the Jets hit all. You couldn't have asked for anything better at 26 than the ACC Player of the Year with those measurables and that production on the field.
All right. For Corey, I'm Aslan. Thank you for watching this video here on Warchant TV. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. We certainly would appreciate it. And stay connected to warchant.com, the ultimate Seminoles sports source. For more draft coverage, Jay Sean Corbin possibly, Kier Thomas, so some other guys hopefully in the hopper for the Noles. For Corey, I'm Aslan. Thanks for watching, everybody.